Churches are synonymous with spirituality and devotion, places where faith and hope make them unbreakable fortresses against all kinds of evil. By the images you will see tonight, this statement will be seriously questioned. This, along with other videos, complete a compendium of shocking recordings that will freeze every last drop of your blood. Without a doubt, the eyes of the world have been on the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. In a few weeks, the war has left a large number of refugees and, unfortunately, also many fatalities.
Yeah, it is sad over there, boy. That's
Recently,
messed up.
many footage of the conflict have gone viral, although one of them stands out in particular, where it can be seen how a missile shoots down a Russian helicopter, leaving a trail of flames after its fall. Yet what few realized was that something very strange happened afterwards. Something that one of our followers noticed and wanted to share with us.
Y'all see something? No, it do look like, I don't know, it might just be some smoke though. It look like something. Ain't no person over there. It look like something stood up and shit, like set up or something.
Did you notice? Do you notice how a figure seems to rise from the fire?
It could have been the smoke though.
Could it be the effect of the fire? You know, because of the wind? Have you ever seen such a shape in the flames? I ask because our subscriber says that figure that emerges from the helicopter and moves in the middle of the fire corresponds to the spirit of one of the passengers. A spirit that rises as soon as the person dies. Do you believe in that possibility? Undoubtedly an impressive audiovisual recording that, apart from leaving a horrific testimony of what a war means, also leaves us with evidence of paranormal activity that can also be visible in this
I don't know.
context.
That look like smoke though, but I don't know, y'all.
Number 4.
Look like smoke to me.
The following corresponds to a curious clip sent by a subscriber who, for personal reasons, declined to reveal his name. However, in his email, he tells us that one weekend, while he was trekking with a group of friends, they found what they defined was a cave. They had entered the cave to explore inside and found an object, a handmade object that they assumed belonged to a pre-Columbian indigenous community. So, seeing the importance of it, one of them took it home to keep it as a souvenir or decorative object. Although after a few weeks, both he and his friends would be surprised when the one who kept the object shared on the WhatsApp.
What you get? You ain't trying to investigate it or nothing?
The impressive things he could do with it. What kind of things? Pay attention.
And just stick on the wall like that? Oh, I mess with that. So it got some kind of electrical properties, huh? And seltzer water. Why you use seltzer water though?
In his email, our subscriber states that he discovered its effects by accident. when he tried to place the object as a decoration on his old television on top of his old television, which he claims turned on despite it being off. Once turned on, it started with that particular interference. That's when he knew that this object was more than just an ordinary ancient object. Before recording this video, he tested it on countless occasions and on different devices.
You still ain't trying to find out what it is?
Of the object to ensure that it was not a coincidence.
And
still, the results were almost the same. At first, everyone thought that it could have had a magnet inside. But I ask you this: if it were a magnet, how do you explain the reaction of the water?
But I'm saying this sells some water though, so I don't know.
Since we all know that magnets do not generate that reaction.
Got some Alka-Seltzer on them, rubbed on it or something. I don't know, y'all. Y'all explain it to me.
Could it be a device
What's them
of
writings on it?
extraterrestrial origin? If that sounds like a lot of science fiction to you, what explanation does your logical denial give it? Number 3. There is no question that museums are highly frequented by tourists, and if we talk about history museums, those are visited much more. Each piece on display is so valuable that the care must be maximum so that they do not deteriorate by external agents. This is why they are always covered with maximum security glass, and that is exactly what draws the attention of the footage you're about to see. Footage sent by Anthony Rendon, who sent us a strange moment captured by his daughter, who together with her husband recently visited the Athens Museum in Greece. It was during their vacation in the city, and while they were touring one of the rooms, their camera will record the following.
Estas vasijas son originales y están colocadas en una estructura de acero inoxidable que evidentemente no podemos tocar y sin embargo se están moviendo. Creemos que están siendo movidas por energías ajenas a nosotros, ajenas
muy probablemente de dioses griegos,
a lo natural.
Although we do not see their faces, the reaction of surprise in them is evident.
You know, they pumping like oxygen and air and stuff into the
means that all
things sometimes, so they don't
with specially conditioned airtight display cabinet where parameters such as temperature and humidity are carefully controlled.
That's what I'm saying. They controlled it. So
how is it then that those pieces managed to move? A question that unfortunately they did not find an answer to during their visit. Number 2.
Experience personalized care from a team of experts.
Massive Dental changed my life.
Book today.
Have you ever had paranormal experiences after the death of a loved one? They say that loved ones, both human and animal, remain in this world for 2 weeks before leaving. And what you will see next could be the best evidence showing that this theory is real.
Doing nothing.
Erov is a loyal subscriber who emails us his strange and at the same time sad story. You see, one night he had a get-together at his home with friends and cousins. Between laughter and a few drinks, they began to dance happily. One of the guests did not want to miss the opportunity to record this moment. However, the next day, when they saw the recording, everyone was shocked to see that someone else was in that house. Someone who should not have been there. Because
uninvited guest, huh?
She had already passed away. Observe.
Whoa, what the hell was that? Y'all see that?
Aro assures that there were only 4 people there that night.
Damn.
No one else, and much less minors. Although he says that the most terrible thing of all
And it's pale
that
as
that
hell.
figure is similar to that of a distant cousin of the boy who was seen dancing in the image. The boy's cousin unfortunately died in the hospital almost 3 weeks ago from cancer. According to what they believe, she's even wearing the same hospital gown. He tells me that his cousin used to attend these types of events where there were karaoke and games. But since her condition worsened almost a year ago due to depression, she had stopped attending. Also, that meeting was planned by his friends to try to lift his spirits because, as you might assume, he was grieving the loss of his cousin. Could this mean that the dead manifest themselves? Let me know what you think.
Good one.
Number 1. We end this video with a disturbing image that a photographer captured while a mass inside a church was being held. It was practically at the end of the Eucharist that the man positioned himself under the altar to take the last shots before finishing. From there, he was pointing towards the access door. And this is what the lens of the camera captured.
It looks like it on a cane or something. The hell is that?
Without anyone else noticing, the figure of a thin being appears, almost skeletal, with disproportionate limbs and extremely hunched over. Undoubtedly a figure worthy of a horror movie.
What is that,
It's hard
y'all?
to believe that nobody noticed his presence. Not even the priest who was in front of the door throughout the Mass. A shocking image that, when brought to light, generated panic because of its unpleasant appearance. And
This
also
be like
because
this
of
kind
the
of
unknown
Photoshop,
reason
though.
that entity
I
had
don't know.
when it presented itself there. Could it be a normal person or a paranormal manifestation? If it's paranormal, why did it appear there? What was it looking for? If you have
Maybe
any
he was a
feelings
church
about
member.
it,
They already
leave
knew
it in
him.
the comment box.
That's why they weren't surprised about it.
Because this video